Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the MakeCode Arcade Advanced stream. We are iCarly edition. Please don't sue us, Nickelodeon. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joe, at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon, at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
Yeah, and we're working on our skating game today.
Woo.
Yeah, woo. So we were working on this yesterday, and we started it last week. But basically, the idea is that we've got this roller skating rink. It looks pretty awesome. And we're going to have like a little mini game that starts after a while, where you come down here and you're going to be doing dance moves, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So far we've done a cutscene, and in preparation for today's stream, I made some versions of our MC for different dance moves. So we've got going to the left, going to the right, going up, and we're going to be chaining these together to do our dancing. So I've set for each of these a facing thing so that we can use the character animations thing to change their state and have them go through the different images. Yeah, let's get started with that. First though, let's show off our cool cutscene because we spent a long time on it yesterday. So right now I have it mapped so that when you press B, it starts. So, hey, all you cool cats and kittens, get over here for a dance game. Goes back over. Everyone files in. And now we go over to where this go here is. And that starts the next cutscene, which doesn't do anything right now. We're going to be filling that in. All right, so I told you guys this yesterday, so you have to be prepared. I'm going to need versions of your skaters doing the dance moves. So Vivian, you're going to do Cool Cat. Joey, you're going to be doing your skater, whose name is... Oh, shoot. What was his name?
Tapioca.
Billy Bob?
Oh, Billy Bob.
Billy Bob. And Shannon, you're going to be doing Beatrice, the skater down here. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with doing this dancing. So I think the way this is going to work is this is going to be like a little rhythm game. So the MC is going to demonstrate the chain of dance moves. Then it's going to pause for a little bit, and then all of the other skaters are going to do the dance moves perfectly, and you're going to have to press the buttons to try and keep up. This is inspired, by the way, by a mini game from the game Rhythm Heaven. This is a really fun game. You should check it out if you have a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, let's get started. I think that to begin, we're going to go and find wherever our function was for this scene. Yeah, here we go. Start dance competition. Now, I think we're going to give a little bit of a text. So let's go ahead and have the MC say some more stuff. We're going to have the MC say, all right, now watch these moves. And then see if you can keep up. And then we'll have them go in and do their like dance move. So let's talk about how we're going to actually code this. So it's pretty easy for us to make it so that the MC does dance moves. We're just going to set their state, then pause, then set their state, then pause, so on and so forth. But we need to have some sort of timing because we want to keep track of like when the user should be pressing the buttons. Oh, that's my T timer going off. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, because I remembered to do it.
Yeah, I'm like, thank goodness it's not our responsibility this time.
Yeah.
While Richard's not here, we can talk about... Oh.
Now we can't talk about it because Ricky's here. We can't give away the secrets.
What were you going to talk about?
Nothing. I never talk.
No secrets.
That is true. I don't remember you talking.
Pretty sure this is the first time we've heard her voice.
Okay, so I think that the way we're going to do this is we're actually going to use the music blocks. And I don't know if I'm going to have it actually make sound. Right now, I'm just going to be using these pause ones because they're useful for this. They're useful for timing things. So we want first let's handle doing our MCs thing. But to do that, we're going to go ahead and make a function, which is going to be called generate dance moves. And I think actually let's edit this and take in a number of dance moves. And now what we want to do is we want to, I think, make an array of the different dance moves that we're expecting. So let's go ahead. We're going to make an array called expected moves. And we're going to set this to be an empty array. And now we're going to loop with a repeat block, and we're going to add a move to this array. And this is just going to keep track of which moves we should be doing. So we'll be able to use this expected moves thing to check the player to make sure that they are doing the move correctly. So let's go ahead now. We're going to decide how we're going to represent this. I think that probably the clearest way to do it is to put in a string. Do you guys like that?
Yeah. It's like we're doing SVG, but dance.
Oh, I get it. Like an SVG path.
Yeah. I thought you were making me sit with the words that I've said. You're like, really? That's the one you want to go with, Vivian?
That's a pretty painful punishment if you say something wrong. Just like
actually,
make you just sit there for 6 seconds.
I'm going to do numbers because I'm realizing that it's going to be a lot more code to do strings. So doing numbers is nice because I can just put this pick random in here. And we'll just do what we normally do when we use numbers for this kind of thing. We'll make a little comment key. 0 is going to be left. 1 is going to be up. And 2 is going to be right. There we go. And let's now go ahead and in-queue the actions for this MC. So we're going to call this function inside of our scene, and we're going to generate, let's say, 3 dance moves to start. Now, we want to, for each of these, we're going to go into the character animations, and we're going to be setting their state. Which reminds me, we should actually be, when the MC starts talking, we should be setting their state to moving, because that'll make their mouth move. And then here we will set them to not moving, and then we'll probably like pause for a second or something. And now inside of here, we're going to, for each of these moves, we're going to rest for a beat, and then we're going to use this number that we just made to do the actual move. So let's go ahead. We're going to do an if statement.
Question, because I'm curious. How in-depth are the dance moves that everybody's making? Is it just one of them, I guess, or multiple and a couple frames each?
1 frame.
Oh, yeah, I was only doing 1. Just like 1 for each direction, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think we wrecked Joey's plans. He looks so sad.
Huh? No, it's good.
All right, so we're going to get the last value in the array. So we're going to do expected moves, get value at the length of array minus 1. And if it's equal to 0, we're going to do left. If it's equal to 1, we're going to do up. And then otherwise, we're going to do right. So let's go ahead and grab our set state block. Put it right here. We're going to set it to facing left. facing up. Facing right. And let's go ahead also and set our tempo. So we're going to set our tempo to be pretty slow. So let's set it to be like, I don't know, 60. Make sure we do this above generate dance moves. And let's also put in a pause here. Actually, no pause. We're going to do something. No, we will have a pause, but we're going to have the MC say something, which is going to be. Five, 6, 7, 8. Which, if you've done dance classes before, you know that's how you count in. You do it before the measure before you count 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's your familiarity with dance classes, Richard?
Oh, just layman's. Yeah, no, guys. I took like 6, 7 years of tap dancing.
7 years?
Yeah.
I feel like this number goes up every time we hear about it.
No, I'm pretty sure I always do it at 7.
I feel like.
I had to
Oh, so Richard, you go.
Oh, I hated it, and you will never see me tap dance. There is a VHS tape that exists of me doing this, but sorry, folks, that's under lock and key.
My impression was it was like a 1-year blip on the otherwise flawless history of not dancing. I did not know it was a habit. Yeah, I thought, 1 year you do like a recital, you get the cane, the hat, the baseball, then you're out. 7 years is a commitment.
Yeah, I feel like I was pretty upfront that it was 7 years. All right, let's go ahead and see this go. We're going to trigger our scene. Pretty soon I'll make it so that we don't have to go through this every time. But for now, it's actually not that long. Okay. Well, noticing a few things. So, first of all, we're moving around a bit. So I'll try and fix that in a second, but let's not worry about it right now. The other thing I'm noticing is that right now we are doing a rest for each one. We should actually be setting our state back to not moving each time. Otherwise, we can't tell if we do the same one twice in a row. So, let's see. Did I just duplicate a ton of these? Yeah, there they are. So we're going to set the state back to not moving. And we're going to rest for 1. Okay, next. This 5, 6, 7, 8 took way too long. So we're going to, I think, let's, and it also looked a little weird. So I'm going to make it 5 and with an exclamation point. And I'm going to use another new block in the story extension. Hooray! And I'm going to set the page pause to be 0. And then at the end of this, I'm going to set it back. So this block controls how long the text hangs in the air after they say it. So maybe I should make it like 100, not 0. So that should hopefully clear that up a bit. Let's see. Oh, also, this 1 second pause was way too long. So it's like 200. I made it moving up and not facing up. That's why you paused for a long time in the middle of one of those. Okay. Also, it's pretty slow right now, so I'm actually going to up it to 90 BPM. Cool. Okay, I think we should be good now. We've got our moves. We've got this going. Let's give them a visual indication of the beat. How does that sound?
Yeah.
So to do that, let's go ahead and make another function, which is going to be called start beat. Exactly. And what this is going to do is we're gonna make a variable called show in the rhythm in the night.
Is that a song?
I don't know. Sounded right.
It is now.
Yeah. Showing the rhythm in the night. That is a song, isn't it?
I don't know, Richard. You know more.
It sounds like in the middle of the night to me. Like it feels like a mishearing of in the middle of the night. Maybe that's
Music of the Night is a song.
Oh yeah.
Music of the Night is a Phantom of the Opera song.
Okay, no, this is like a pop song. Search for Rhythm in the Night, Joey, please.
Rhythm of the Night.
Oh, that's it. That's what I was thinking of.
Harsh.
All right. It's annoying me how long this is, so I'm actually gonna rename it to something better. That's like basically the same link. Oh well. Okay. So inside of here, we're going to do a while. And for the Boolean, we're going to be using this. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab a rest block. Put it in here. And we're going to show something. I think probably the best way to do this is just going to be like a frame around the screen. So let's make a sprite, which is going to be like beat indicator. We want it to be the size of the screen, so 160 by 120. And we're going to just make a big rectangle. Ugh. I have to fix it. All right. So for this, we want to set relative to camera because it's going to be floating of everything. So let's do that real quick. Beat indicator relative to camera.
My favorite song.
And let's go ahead and call this function right when we start the dancing. So after this 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll do it inside of this generate dance moves. I think that makes sense. Okay, and now so we're going to rest for 1 beat, and then we are going to toggle whether the beat indicator is visible or not. So I don't want to create a variable for this, so I'm actually just going to use sprite data.
Yay. Woo.
because Vivian was cheering, I was about to write Viviable.
I need to start distracting you when you need to call functions. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, you should be doing that. All right, so we want this block right here, but we're going to be changing it to set invisible. And we're going to be using that Boolean to figure out if it should be visible or not. So going back into sprites and get the Boolean right here. Change this to be beat indicator. Change this to be visible. And then we want to flip it. So we're going to set it to be the opposite of what it currently is. So we'll go into logic. We'll do a not. And we'll do it like that. All right, cool. Now we have a little beat indicator. Let's see if all this worked. Whoops, I pressed the B button a second time. This is the fun thing about mapping this scene to be. Huh. I didn't expect that to happen that way.
What happened?
It didn't start flashing until they were done dancing. But
No, it was flashing during the dance.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
I don't think it was. We'll let this go while I investigate the code.
I'm watching it this time.
Thank you. Oh, I'm putting this inside of start cutscene. That's wrong. There we go. Okay, another new feature of the story extension, a perfect learning opportunity. The start cutscene block will queue. So if you put more than one cutscene, it'll wait for the one that's currently going to finish before the next one starts. All right, now watch these moves. See if you can keep up. Cool. All right. Seems like everything's working now. I don't like how slowly this is blinking, though. I want it to do, like... Let's change it to be, like, half beats. Cool. All right. Okay, so now that we've got that going, let's do the actual dancing thing. Do I have dances in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
And not Joey's?
Joey's.
Oh. Oh, Joey's very responsible.
All right, we're gonna do Beatrice first. So I think how we're going to do it for these guys is we can't do the same trick that we're using because these guys actually have state. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to store in their sprite data no, that doesn't work super well, does it? Because we can't store images that way.
Could have a bunch of arrays.
I wasn't gonna say it.
All right, we'll do it. Beatrice moves. So we'll do Beatrice moves. We're going to make an array. Starts out as an empty array. And let's fill this up with some images. And what's the size on these?
Beatrice is 16 by 16.
Cool. All right, so first we have left. Nice.
I like how even dancing, Beatrice looks very streamlined and arrow.
All right, next up is up. Oh, Beatrice has red hair. Okay, now we have right.
You don't have to copy it, right? It's just left flipped, if that's faster for you.
Oh, too late. Awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and do Cool Cat now. And actually, I don't need to be doing this inside of the make Beatrice function. I'm actually going to do this inside of the onStart. Otherwise, we're just recreating this array every single time, which we don't really need to do. All right, what size is Cool Cat?
16 by 18.
All right. So let's go ahead and do 16 by 18. And first up, we have Cool Cat left. By the way, I'm hoping you guys can hear me saying the Ks.
Cool.
Nice. Love it.
Awesome.
Now let's do up. Yeah. Great. And now we'll do right.
Which is just left flipped, but I don't think that helps.
Nah, it's too late. I've gotten into the workflow, you know?
Yeah. Workflows.
Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and do Billy Bob's moves. Oh, and I should change this to be Cool Cat moves. All right.
I included an extra animation because I didn't spend that long on the initial moves, but we don't need to use it. It's just there for.
Joey was being fancy and he made an extension.
I figured no dance game would be complete without the one where they go like this the whole time. So, yeah.
What's that called? I should know. Is that
I was trying to think about it. I tried to Google
Richard,
it.
something happened to your images, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no.
If you go in and undo, just like open it up and hit undo. No dice.
The copy and paste bug rears its head. Well, is that the only images that got messed up?
You haven't put in any new ones, right? All the other dance moves were like.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and fix it real quick, I guess.
Yeah.
Good work, Joey.
It was before you imported the extension.
Oh, was
Good
it?
work, Joey. Yeah, I think so.
Also, if it's anyone's fault, it's mine because I wrote the field editors for the editor. So. I'm sorry, Joey. It was misplaced anchor.
Oof.
I like that Beatrice goes, does not do this, has their own style. Wow.
I wanted up to be her jumping, but there wasn't enough vertical space, so it's just.
such a mystery. All right, I'm just gonna drag out a new image box now.
Oh.
All the cool cat ones are good though.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get rid of these. Drag out some new ones.
Fresh.
Go in here. Gonna go into our gallery. And we're gonna drag out, let's see, we're starting with the left. So this one right here. Oh, I love it, Joey.
I love it.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so excited to see the whole group dancing. And
All right, now we're gonna do up. And we're gonna go into right.
Mine's the only one that's unique going left and right because I figured it should be unique, so I made him shorter there, like he's going down.
Aw.
Wait, why is it? Wait, why?
I don't know. You gotta do different dances.
Okay.
Fancy dance.
Visual interest.
Okay. So we're going to need to know which skater we're setting these images on. So we're going to go ahead inside of Beatrice and Billy Bob's functions, and we're going to give them names. So let's go ahead and store a string on both of them. So for this one, we're going to do new character, data name to Beatrice. And for this one, it's going to be Billy Bob. And I'm doing it all lowercase because that's just easier for me to remember. All right. So now that we've got this going, let's go ahead and start doing the dance moves for all of the people who are not Cool Cat. So we're going to go into our generate dance moves. And we're now going to continue this function so that we actually do the dance moves for each of our skaters as well. We've already stopped their animations of running around because we did that up here. We did that last time. So we should be good to go. We're going to have to turn off character animations, but luckily there's a block for that. Enable character animations, and then we'll turn it back on at the end of this. Yeah. Okay, well, now let's go ahead and do a for of. We're going to do for each of our expected moves. We're going to loop over all of our sprites of Kind Skater. So let's go ahead. We're going to go into here, and we're actually going to change this to a different variable. Hey guys, did you know we never had to have this for loop problem? We could just right click and then choose a variable name. I didn't know about this.
What?
You know how we always have problems nesting for loops?
Yeah.
You can just right click on them and change the variable.
yes, but you have to rename. You have to make a new one.
Oh.
Oh, you have to do it before any other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has to be the first action because there's no switch just this one or something.
If you drag out two and then you right click, you can rename. But if you rename, it'll rename all of them. So.
Fancy.
Okay, so now we have move and we have value. So move is going to be our move, value is going to be our value. So let's go ahead and copy this if statement. And instead of this, we're going to be doing move. So we'll put in move here. Put in move here. And we'll toss this. Why are you upset? Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay, so we got that. Now we're going to go for each of our skaters and set their image based on if they are Beatrice or if they are Billy Bob. So we're going to have to get their name. Oh, wait, I'm realizing that we don't actually have to do this. part of the fun of this being numbers is we can actually just use it as the index in our array. There we go, this one. Do an equals, send here, make it value and name. And now we need to get a string from the text category and set this to Beatrice. And we're going to set their image now. So let's go into here and get a set image block right here. Then we're going to go into arrays, get the get value at, and we're going to do the Beatrice moves, and the value is going to be move. And do the same thing if it's not that. In the else case, we're going to do Billy Bob moves, set value at move. We want to rest for 1 beat, and then we need to set it back to their like, I guess, just normal image. So we'll do that in a second. And then we want to rest for another beat. So we'll do that. And going to have to do this. And instead of setting the image to something from the move array, we're just going to be setting it to their default image, which I'll just go and get from the functions. Do 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 do. Do bit a bop, do bit a bop. Ba ba da ba da ba da ba 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 da bow. Okay, here we go. Beatrice goes back to her cool self. Billy Bob goes back to his very friendly self. All right, did I forget anything, guys?
No.
Seems good to me.
All right. Let's try it out. Oh, I did forget something, guys. Why didn't you tell me?
What was it?
So we need to go to where we are generating the dance moves, and we need to turn off the character animations.
Mm.
And then right here, we will turn it back on. That's why they were dancing weird, if you were wondering. All right, we also need to give, I think, like a little bit of time, right, before we actually have to start doing the dance. So let's go ahead and we're going to, I think, do kind of similar to our count in that we did before. We're going to, instead, though, just have it appear in the middle of the screen. So let's go ahead and copy this. And, you know, it's going to be so much faster if I just make the MC say it. Oh, but it won't be on beat. Okay, never mind. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to use a sprite say to indicate when you should be going. So we're going to create a sprite that's going to be our sprite sayer. Number sayer. Because they says the numbers. We'll make this of kind sign. We're not going to give it any image. We also want to set it to be relative to camera, so that it's in the center of the camera, because our sprites start in the center of the screen. If you make it relative to camera, it will stay in the center of the screen no matter where the camera goes. Here it is. And we're going to set it true for the number sayer, relative to camera, not new character. Number sayer. And now, in between these two, we're going to have our number sayer say the count. So do that. And we're just going to have them say 5. No, not look up 5.
When you said number sayer, I thought you were typing numbers savant, because they know all the numbers.
Oh. Okay, so we're going to go and get a rest block. Going to set this to be 1 beat, and then do 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think actually we're going to have them say,
get ready. Oh, get ready.
And then we'll have it rest for 4 beats. Okay, let's try it out. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Get over here for a dance game. We need to change that second line.
I like that the cat probably heard the guy say cats and kittens, and then the cat was like, oh, that means me. I gotta start roller skating.
Okay, so the sprite say is in the wrong place. But otherwise, that looked pretty good, huh?
Everybody dancing together was beautiful. Dance brings us all together.
Yeah. And I've actually gone back to on the making it go every half beat. I think it's too confusing. I think it should be going every beat. But we should up the tempo, maybe? Let's do it. Let's up the tempo. Cue sound cue, Vivian. Very good. 120.
Oh, what a beautiful march. An American march.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to make it so that we actually check what the player is doing. So to do that, we're going to put in some button pressed events for up, left, and right, and we're going to set the state as well as set cool cat's image. When we set the state, then when we set the image for all of our skaters, we can check to see if they are in the right state, and if they are, nice. If they are not, then we're going to say like miss or something. So let's do that. Let's check out our controller events. So not that one. Okay. So I'm going to make a function, and this function is going to be set cool cat pose. It's going to take in a number, which is going to be the pose. And let's put these in the right order. So we want left to be first, up to be second, right to be third. Yeah, it's important, you know. So when left button is pressed, we're going to set CoolCat's pose to be 0.
Richard, did you hear the news about the things?
You started that after I had already started using the function. So I would say nice try, but it wasn't really.
I'll get you next
time. Okay, so we're going to also turn off our character animations for CoolCat up here. So let's do that. Set it to false. Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead now. We're going to actually set the image of CoolCat. So just like we did for our other ones, we're going to go into here and get a set image. Change this to be CoolCat and get the value from the array. Let's see, can I just copy and paste that? Here we go. Used pose instead of move. So consistent. All right, so we're setting that, and we're also going to set a variable which is going to be called current pose. Okay, cool. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to see if our pose is out of range. We're going to set it to be a different image. It's going to be an image that Vivian also included, which is CoolCat facing front. And this will be for when you're not pressing a button. So if pose is, let's make it so -1 means we're clearing the pose. So if pose is less than 0, then instead we're going to set CoolCat's image to be facing front. So not doing a pose.
That's greater than 0.
Thank you, Shannon. Gold star.
I think that brings me up to like 3.
Yeah, Shannon! Woo!
All right. Now the other thing we want to do is we want to, you know, and I'm thinking actually maybe I shouldn't be using a button pressed for this. Maybe I should be using an on-game update. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. The reason I'm going to do that is because I want to clear the pose when nothing's being pressed. So yeah, Vivian, what's up?
Hey, Richard, did you hear that story about a fish?
Again, I'm just kind of moving these function calls that I've already made into another thing. So,
Richard, you could do like an on any button release. I don't know. This means they have to hold the button for the duration of the beat, right?
Yeah, which I think they should.
Okay, yeah. Works for me.
Like your core. You gotta engage your core when you're dancing.
Exactly. Wait, Shannon, are you not engaging your core?
I'm not a dance expert. I have not taken 7 years.
Yeah, they only teach you that in year 6 because it's like the deep secret, and you can actually hurt yourself, you know, if you don't, if you aren't prepared for it.
It's the deepest part.
Mm.
All right, so we're gonna set -1 if none of these buttons are pressed, and that's gonna, you know, reset your pose. And then the last thing we want to do is we want to make sure that this only runs when we are in this dance mode, because right now you can see we've already we've lost our skating animations because we're just overriding them with these. It doesn't look terrible like this, does it?
It's like a beautiful ice skater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's go ahead and put in a variable to indicate that we are in the dance off. So let's go ahead and make a variable that's going to be in dance mode. Going to set in dance mode to be true right here. actually, we'll do it at the as soon as we do get ready. And then we will set dance mode to be false at the end. And we're going to wrap all of this inside of an in dance mode. Okay, and I think there's only one thing we need to do before we're ready to test this.
What's that?
Actually check this. Actually check our move. So we want to, when this hits, we're going to check if our current pose equals the move value. And if it does, we're going to give ourselves a point. Otherwise, we're going to take away a point.
Could do a camera shake, but it might be kind of disruptive depending on how fast.
Oh, we're going to do camera shake. You put the idea in my head. Okay, so if move equals current pose, which will either be 0, 1, 2, or -1 if there's no pose being made, then we will change our score by 1. Otherwise, we will change our score by -1. And I think we will have the number sayer say good. Or oof. Another thing, the number sayer was in the wrong place, wasn't it? Let's fix that. We're just gonna get rid of the relative to camera, and instead we're just going to set them to be at the location of the MC. Not sure why that's not working, but you know, I don't want to figure it out right now. We only have 4 minutes left.
Oh yeah, speed code.
Come on, Richard. You got to make some mistakes so we can get closer to the dog.
I have the second highest number of quarters, Mr. Zero Quarters.
Okay, all I'm saying, I don't see everybody else trying to distract Richard, okay? It's all of our responsibilities to make sure Richard's bad at coding.
All right.
That is true. You spent the whole stream dancing to try and distract him, but it's just not working.
Yeah, sorry. I'm too busy looking at the blocks. And also, I can only see whoever's talking at any given time, you know? All right. Where was I setting the beat indicator? Where was that guy at? Where?
Oh, there it is.
There
Did I help?
Yes. I just want to make it a little thinner, you know?
Subtle. You know, if your heart is in the dance, you won't need a line this big.
Gosh, we really need to fix that tools starting on like 1 pixel, you know? Bug. It's been there for a long time.
The click drag one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
File bug. Just should I file bug?
Yes. All right, we got 2 minutes left. Let's test it. So we're skating around, skating around, skating around. Oh, it's dance time. Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Get over here for a dance game. I love watching everybody go into position. All right, now watch these moves. See if you can keep up. Up, left,
Nope.
right. Up, left, right. I got 2 of them.
Okay, suggestion for next time. The beat indicator should start before he starts dancing.
Oh, should it? Before the MC starts dancing?
Yeah, you should be get ready so you can prepare your brain to watch the dance.
Oh. Maybe we should just go all out and have one of those little tempo indicator things. I don't remember what they're called, but the one that goes like whoop, 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 whoop.
Metronome? Yeah, I'm also going to make it so it beeps, but I didn't want to turn sound on today because I forgot to do it when I shared my screen. So next time I'll turn my sound on and we can listen to it beep, hopefully.
You know what you could do? You could use a status bar that you drain and fill.
That would be the hardest to track, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. So let's just go and I think we're just gonna leave it to false, and then we'll I noticed they were still kind of glitching out a little bit. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just going to before we start doing any of this, I'm going to turn off their character animations. So we'll do it up here in dance mode. And turn it off. Then we will duplicate this, set it to true, and put that at the end. And because right now the game just kind of ends when we do this, I'm going to put this inside of a while true. Make a variable, num moves. Set it to 3. Change by 1. Put it in here. And now you can dance forever.
Oh, man.
Actually, what I'm going to do is... this is just temporary because we still have work to do on this game, but I'm going to make it so that if your number of moves is greater, if your score is greater than 20,
then what? The suspense. Really taking a sharp left turn with the direction of this game.
And then we will do a break. So we get out of here, and we'll call our end scene function. Do.
Richard, what's your favorite animal?
I actually had a little bit of a crisis of conscience recently about this because I was always penguins. Penguins are great. I always like penguins forever. But recently I learned about these slugs. They're called nudibranches. Pretty awesome. So I don't know.
Are slugs animals? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't they bugs?
Bugs are animals.
Are they really? Never mind.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Richard, at Richard on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Joey, at JWonderl on the MakeCode forum.
I'm Shannon, at Shakao on the MakeCode forum.
And I'm Vivian, at Live Cheerful on the MakeCode forum.
All right, and let's dance our way out of this. Okay.